All right, my check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. How you guys doing? My name is Jason Joseph. This is Play by Play with JJ. I hope you're all having yourselves a great day. It is what is today? Today is Wednesday. Wow, today is Wednesday, guys. Already halfway done with the week. And yeah, well, the Phillies, well, hopefully they'll be able to take care of business and they'll be able to split it. That's all that they can hope for right now. They're 65 and 55 on the season. They have a 31 and 31 record on the road. They're on a 3-game road losing streak, and so the ties are really not in their favor right now. And now the Phillies have to just try to take care of business, and hopefully Kevin Gausman can help the Phillies out a little bit. So that'll be a main key for tonight. Got to look out for Kevin Gausman. And while the Phillies, on the other hand, they'll be sending Aaron Nola out on the mound. So Nola has not been up to par over his last month or so. Yes, hopefully the Phillies will be able to do a lot of damage. That's mainly what it comes down to. Can you guys see me okay? I'm sorry. I'm like a little bit over the map today. Okay. There we go. Good. Now we can move this. There we go. Are we a little bit behind? Maybe we are. Okay. Thanks, Stevenage. Thanks, buddy. I appreciate that. Okay. We got 9 people on here. Wow. All right, what's up, PAS? How you doing? PAS, what is going on? What is good? Hello, JJ and JJ family. Have a great stream. I hope you have a great stream too, man. I really do. Thanks for always coming on here. There we go. All right, so now we're about ready to get started. Guys. I had everything all set up, and then all of a sudden, my laptop, I had my notes ready and everything, and my laptop computer just, it didn't crash, but like, it was froze. But anyhow, we're back in business, and yeah, so that was my old Mac laptop computer. Kyle Schwarber will be batting in the leadoff spot. Oh, I can't speak today. So he'll be batting first. Alec Bohm will be batting second. Batting third is Bryce Harper. In the cleanup spot, you got Nick Castellanos. Batting in the 5 spot is Bryson Stott. Trey Turner is hitting 6th. JT is batting 7th. And batting 8th is Jake Cave. And batting 9th is Johan Rojas. So Kevin Gausman will be on the mound in 23 games this season. He has a 9-6 record. 139 innings pitched and 183 strikeouts, along with 34 walks as well, and a 3.04 ERA. So, what's going on, Eric? What's going on, PAS? Wake up, Nola. It is Wake Up Nola Day, for sure. Gotta wake up Aaron Nola. Astros actually lead at 5-2. I was looking at the scoreboard, and they're playing in Miami. So, Phillies have to try to gain as much ground as possible. After this half inning, I think I am going to take a step off because I would like to figure out why my notes aren't coming up as much as they should be. What's going on, Creeking with Kenny? What's going on, man? PAS, RC talks about Philly. What's going on, everybody? Good morning. No, it's really good evening. Wow. Okay, so once again, the lineup will be Schwarber, Bohm, Harper, Castellanos, Stott, Turner, Realmuto, Cave, and Rojas, and that is your starting lineup for the Phillies. So Kevin Gausman will be on the bump for the Phillies, and Aaron Nola, who's on the mound for the Phillies, sorry. Kevin Gausman will be on the bump for the Blue Jays. Aaron Nola will be on the other side. All right, first pitch just about ready to get underway. Here's Gausman, who kicks, fires, and throws the first pitch. It's fouled off. Phillies in their red uniforms have the red letters on the front, along with the stitching on the back. No balls, one strike to Schwarber. Gausman winds up and delivers and throws a fastball at the knees at 95. Well, Gausman and Nola were teammates at LSU, and so they're going up against each other for the first time in their career. The 0-2 delivery, it's up high and outside for ball one. So the count is 1-2. Schwarber is 3 for 10 lifetime against Gausman, with all 3 of his hits being home runs. The 1-2 delivery, strike 3 called, right on the upper third of the zone. It was a 95-mile-per-hour heater. And Schwarber strikes out looking for the third time over the last 2 days. Let's see where this pitch was. Yep, just rang him up right there. Actually looked like it was more down the middle. So the Blue Jays are, really technically speaking, a game and a half above the Phillies. Here comes Bohm, who takes it low and away. He's hitting .284 with 12 homers and 74 RBI. Just surpassed his career high with 72 last year. The 1-0 line drive hit out to left field. Merrifield has to back up as he didn't anticipate it coming in. And he'll make the catch as he backpedals and makes the catch in front of the track, and there's 2 away. So as far as the defensive lineup goes, for the Toronto Blue Jays, you got Alejandro Kirk behind the plate, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. over at first, Kevin Biggio is over at second, Santiago Espinal is the third baseman, and Paul DeJong is over at shortstop. Bryce Harper due up at the plate, and he takes the first pitch downstairs by Gausman. Then from left to right, you got Merrifield in left, Varsho in center, and Springer out in right field. Harper batting .286 on the season. The 1-0 pitch, there's a towering fly ball hit out to right field. It's not that deep, though, and coming in to make the catch is Springer. And the inning is over. 1, 2, 3, go the Phils. On less than 10 pitches thrown by Kevin Gausman, and we go to the bottom of the first. Okay. Cool. What's up, Kathy? How you doing? Thanks for coming on here. I had an awesome birthday. Yes, went to Nationals Park. So that was really nice. Spent time with my family out in D.C. and did some really cool things. I hope that you're doing well, and I hope that you're having yourself a great day. Thanks for coming on here. Thanks for stopping by. Guys, hit that thumbs up button and turn on those notification bell icons too, so that way you know when I upload. All right. We go to the bottom of the first. Whit Merrifield will be leading things off for the Jays. Then it'll be Brandon Belt batting in the 2 spot. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. batting third. George Springer is batting in the cleanup spot. Kevin Biggio hitting 5th in the lineup over at second base. And Alejandro Kirk, last year's All-Star catcher for the Blue Jays, he's batting 6th. Dalton Varsho is out in center field batting 7th, and Santiago Espinal is hitting 8th over at third base. And last but not least, Paul DeJong is over at shortstop. So that is your lineup for the Blue Jays. So once again, it's Merrifield, Belt, Guerrero Jr., Springer, Biggio, Kirk, Varsho, Espinal, and DeJong. DeJong, of course, the new acquisition at the trade deadline. Traded away from the St. Louis Cardinals. That was cool. Yeah. That was cool. Doing well. Just got back from visiting my family in Pennsylvania and now back in Arizona. Wow. Oh, wow. If you don't mind me asking, we're in PA. If you don't mind me asking. Because I'm just curious. All right, Aaron Nola's going to go out there on the mound for the Phillies. And the first pitch by Nola is a called strike on the outside corner. He'll be taking on Whit Merrifield, who's hitting .304 with 11 homers and 56 RBI. No balls, 1 strike. Nola winds up, kicks, fires, and does not get the call on the sinker at 92. So the count is 1-1. One ball, 1 strike to Whit Merrifield. JT sets up shop. And the pitch. It's fouled off. Allentown. Oh, that's really cool. Wow. Aaron Nola in 24 starts this season. Well, he's 9-8. And he has 153 strikeouts and 148 innings of work, along with a 4.49 earned run average and 35 walks allowed in those 148 innings. The 1-2 delivery, swing and a miss. It was a four-seamer that was outside, maybe a little bit high too, but Merrifield, who doesn't strike out too often, only strikes out, and Aaron Nola gets him to pay. Not too much fancy stuff on the fastball, but was able to put it in a good spot, and Merrifield was able to chase after it. All right, 1 out, nobody on. Here comes Brandon Belt to the plate. Belt takes that one outside for ball 1. His average now sits at .254. He also has 11 homers and 31 runs batted in, along with a .371 on-base percentage. 1 ball, no strikes. Nola comes set above the letters, winds up and delivers and throws it up high for ball 2. As far as the Phillies defense goes, from 1 to 9, of course on the mound you got Aaron Nola. Right behind the plate is JT Realmuto. Over at first is Bryce Harper. Second base is Stott. Third is Bohm. And short is Turner. The 2-0 delivery by Nola is a called strike on a knuckle curve that looked like it was maybe a little bit outside. This is Nola's 9th season. He's 30 years old. He's from Baton Rouge, Louisiana. He was the Phillies' first-round draft pick in the 2014 draft. The 2-1, that's fouled off. Also the 7th overall pick, may I add. So out in left field, forgot to mention, we got Jay Cave in center. It's Yohan Rojas, and Nick Castellanos is playing out in right field. Here's Brandon Belt up at the plate. He's 6 for 13 lifetime against Nola. The 2-2 pitch by Nola. Here it is. Downstairs and inside, and the count is full at 3-2. As far as the umpires go for tonight's game, behind the plate calling the balls and the strikes is Alfonso Marquez. Over at first base is Ramon De Jesus. And over at second is Lance Barrett. And at third base is Ryan Wills. The payoff pitch coming up. Here it is. Strike 3 called on the outside corner. A 94-mile-per-hour four-seamer. And back-to-back Ks for Nola. Well, he was in cruise control on that last pitch and was just able to locate the four-seamer, and probably that was one of his best pitches that he's thrown in a really long time in regards to just locating that four-seamer and pinning it perfectly on the outside corner. The second strikeout of the day for Nola, and Vladimir Guerrero Jr. comes up and he takes it low. Count is 1-0. Vladdy hitting .264 with 18 homers and 72 RBI. Oh, wow, you're in Palmyra, Pennsylvania. That's cool. The 1-0 delivery, it's slapped foul down the first base side. Kathy says was at the Philadelphia airport while the no-hitter took place in the air. Wow. Oh, my gosh, that's wild. Yep. My birthday came a day early, Kathy. It came a day early. That was awesome. That was so cool. 1 ball, 1 strike. Nola winds up, kicks, fires, and throws it. It's actually swung on and missed by Guerrero Jr. on a knuckle curve. So the count is 1-2. There's nobody on. 2 outs in the bottom of the first inning. The Phillies went down in order against Kevin Gausman. 1-2-3. And it's 1-2. That's the count to Guerrero Jr. Nola sets above the letters, winds up and delivers the 1-2 pitch, just barely fouled by Guerrero Jr. And I mean barely, like just inches of a piece on the barrel. So he was able to foul it back. 1-2 is the count. And the pitch. Down low for ball 2. My mom says she grew up near Harrisburg. I know Palmyra, well near Hershey. Went to college in Kutztown between Reading and Allentown. Old stomping ground, says my mom. Shout out to my mom. She's the best. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The next pitch, that's bounced foul down the third base line. That's really cool. So we have a little bit of a connection between my mom and Creaking with Kenny. It's pretty cool. Sometimes you notice that the world it can be so big, but it also can be really, really small as well. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Nola kicks, fires the 2-2. It's down low and outside for ball 3. And now it's a full count to Vladdy Guerrero Jr. He's tied with Bobby Witt Jr. and Josh Naylor for most RBI versus a right-handed pitcher. That's tied for third. Adolis Garcia's first in that category. The payoff pitch. It's popped up in foul territory towards the first base side. Does Harper have room? No, he doesn't. That goes into the 6th row behind the net. Brenda, thank you so much for subscribing to my channel. Welcome on into the Play-by-Play with JJ family. You're going to be at the game on the 25th? Oh, wow. Oh, the 28th. Wow. Cool. Who are they playing? Are they playing the Angels? I think that they're playing the Angels. I don't know why. 3-2 is the count. Nola with another payoff pitch. It's up high and inside, and that's the 36th walk allowed this season by Nola. The first base runner he is allowed in this inning. After 2 strikeouts in a row, Guerrero Jr. walks. Brenda, you're from Toronto. Oh, wow. Thanks for coming on here. Yeah, man. We do Philadelphia Phillies baseball. We do 76ers basketball, Flyers hockey, and Patriots football. George Springer is up at the plate, and the first pitch that he sees is a called strike at the knees on the outside corner. Blue Jays have a very good ball club this season. They're 67-54, and even with the injury bug hitting them, with guys like Matt Chapman out and Bo Bichette as well as many other guys too, they've done a pretty good job of keeping the core together. The 0-1, that's inside for ball 1. 2 outs, a runner over at first. 1 ball, 1 strike to George Springer. Nola kicks, fires the pitch. Grounder hit over to third. This should do it. Van Boehm's throw over to first is in plenty of time, and the inning is over. No runs, 1 man left, and we head to the top of the 2nd at the Rogers Center in Toronto. I don't know why I stumbled on that. Okay. All right, cool. Angels, be able to see Showtime. Yes, you get to see Shohei Ohtani. It's really cool. How lucky would I be to see Showtime versus Michael Lorenzen? Yeah, and how about Lorenzen versus Trout if he comes back? I don't know if is he coming back? Guys, is he coming back? Let me know. Brenda says, I actually live in Toronto. I live in Toronto. I'm actually in BC right now, British Columbia, in an Airbnb that has no television law, so I found you. Well, that means that we're doing our job, guys. That's exactly what it means. So I really appreciate you for coming on here, and thank you for finding this channel, all right? We do Phillies baseball, 76ers basketball, Flyers hockey, Patriots football. So if you enjoy my content, if you love my play-by-play calling, please make sure that you subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell as well. So, we're going to the top of the second inning. We try to have fun on here, guys. That's the main thing. We have fun, and we also not only educate people, but like we take broadcasting and play-by-play calling to a new extreme with this new medium. So I'm trying to really interact with a lot of you guys. You know, like the more you guys participate, the more conversations we can have on here. And that's what I think makes this so cool. And that's why this is going to be the future of sports broadcasting. I think I sound like a broken record when I say it, but I do mean it, and I think that we're making this work pretty well. So, if you enjoy it, stick around. Don't go anywhere. Don't change that channel, but stay here. Oh boy, I need to blow my nose, actually. Really quickly. All right, Nick Castellanos will be coming up. It'll be 4, 5, and 6 due up for the Phillies. They've only scored 2 runs over their last 3 games, which is absolutely absurd after exploding for 13 runs on Friday night against the Twins. First pitch by Gausman. It's in there for a called strike at the knees. Castellanos' average sits at .277 with 20 homers and 73 RBI. The 0-1 bouncer hit over to third down the line. It is a fair ball, and it goes down the left field side. Merrifield gets over to it, cuts it off as it is thrown to Paul DeJong, and Nick Castellanos gets on with a double down the third base line. Took a weird bounce, and as soon as they panned over towards the ball, you couldn't tell if it was really fair or foul. But then you see Merrifield running, so you knew as soon as that happened it was a fair ball. So Castellanos gets the first hit of the day for both teams. Phillies have a runner in scoring position. That has not been their best friend lately. And the first pitch is in there for a called strike to Bryson Stott. Stott's average sits at .298 with 11 homers and 47 runs batted in. I feel like I keep saying runs batted in. The 0-1, that's served out to left field, and it's hooking foul, and it'll stay foul. So that makes the count 0-2. Will we have a Phillies post-series pod today? Icy Buckets wants to know. Not tonight. We'll probably do it tomorrow afternoon. That's what we'll probably do, guys. Thanks for coming on here, though, Icy. The 0-2 pitch, it's slapped foul down the third base side. And it goes out of play. Eric says, we just have to do our jobs, that's all. Have fun doing our jobs. Exactly. Yes, exactly. No balls, 2 strikes to Bryson Stott, who's fifth in the National League in batting average. The 0-2, another foul ball. That time it's down the left field line, and they'll find the seats. No balls, 2 strikes to Stott. Phillies are 65-55 on the season. They're actually 31-31 on the road. The 0-2, line drive it out to left field. Merrifield has to back up, and it goes over his head. Castellanos rounding third. They'll come in to score. Oh, I beg your pardon. They'll stay put over at third. The throw to second is not in time. And Bryson Stott is in there with an opposite field double. I guess Castellanos didn't anticipate that Merrifield wasn't going to get over towards it, so he just stayed put over at third. And that was probably the smart decision. But give Bryson Stott a lot of credit going the opposite way. And Whit Merrifield did a good job at just playing it on a bounce out towards the wall and almost was able to make the swipe over at second. Fisherman Sam, what's going on? What is going on? Trey Turner comes up to the plate. There's runners at second and third. The first pitch that he sees is a splitter that's fouled off. That came in at 85 on the gun. Turner's average now sits at 250 with 12 homers and 44 RBI. Castellanos leads off over at third. Stott leads off over at second. No balls, one strike. Gausman kicks, fires, and throws it low and outside. Turner overall has actually hit pretty well at the Rogers Center during his career. The 1-1, that's downstairs and outside again for ball 2. During the month of August, too, he is really starting to see the ball really well. Just ended the 9-game hitting streak. 2 balls, 1 strike to Turner. The pitch, swing and a miss on a splitter that was in the dirt at 88 miles per hour. Excuse me. Yep. That was smart for him to stay put. Looked at the replay again to see if they should have sent Nick Castellanos. That was the right move. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Trey Turner. And the 2-2 down low. And it's now a full count. Lifetime against Gausman. He's 7 for 21 with 2 doubles, 3 strikeouts, and a walk. JT Realmuto waits in the on-deck circle. A big payoff pitch coming up. Phillies looking to strike first. The 3-2 down low and outside for ball 4. And that's going to load the bases. Kevin Gausman's in a little bit of a jam with the bases loaded and with nobody out. And we're only in the top of the second. So back-to-back doubles hit by Stott and Castellanos. And then Turner walks over to first. Phillies have really struggled with the bases loaded with nobody out this season, but can they come through here with JT at the plate? Gausman almost thought about disengaging with Stott over at second as he took a quick step off. And now we'll just reset. Bases loaded, nobody out. The first pitch to JT. It's chopped foul down the third base side. So the count is 0-1. JT's average sits at 247 on the season. He has really been struggling over the last 2 months or so, hitting less than 250 during that time. The 0-1, line drive foul down the third base line. And that makes the count 0-2. Yes, it feels like they capitalize here. Yes. That's what we got to do. JT does have 4 lifetime grand slams. He's 2 for 11 this season with the bases loaded, though, with a double and 6 RBI. No balls, 2 strikes to Realmuto. 3 seconds left on the pitch clock. The 0-2, foul ball. Good job by JT to just stay alive right there. In the on-deck circle for the Phillies is Jay Cave, who has struggled against the Jays. No balls and 2 strikes to Realmuto. The 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss. 98 miles per hour on a pitch that was inside. And Kevin Gausman gets a huge strikeout, and there's the first out of the top of the second. Man, that pitch was coming in like it was just a heater that JT just was so late on. So he shakes his head, heads back over to the dugout. There's 1 out now. The bases are still loaded for the Phillies. We're in the top of the second. No score so far. And the pitch to Cave is swung on and missed. That time it was a slider at 85. That was low. Cave's average sits at 223. He has 2 homers and 13 RBI. Only 1 career home run against the Jays. No balls, 1 strike. The pitch, another splitter this time. It swung on and missed. And now Gausman seems like he's getting into a little bit of a rhythm here. 0-2. 27 pitches for Gausman. Can the Phillies make him pay? The pitch. Line drive into left center field. It's caught, though, by Merrifield. And Castellanos will tag in to score. The throw is cut off, and the Phillies get a sac fly. I mean, that ball wasn't even hit that deep, but Whit Merrifield, I guess, lost his footing a little bit, so Castellanos decided, you know what, I'm going to go here, and if I get out at the plate, it is what it is. But the throw was cut off by Kevin Gausman right towards the mound, with the Phillies lead it 1-0 on an RBI sacrifice fly by Jay Cave. That worked out. And now Johan Rojas comes up. Phillies lead it 1-0 as they strike first, and Rohan takes it low for ball one. The throw was also off the line, too, so Castellanos slid right in there. Did he touch the bag? He did. Okay. 1 ball, no strikes. Gausman winds up and delivers, and it's a foul ball. You bet your house on the Jays to win this one? Wow. Figures. Rojas' average is at 303. He has 1 homer, 13 RBI, including the RBI double that he hit last night to give the Phillies at the time a 1-0 lead. 2 outs, 2 runners on, the 1-1 to Rojas. It's a little bouncer hit over to third. Going to be a tough play, but the charge over to first is just in time. And the inning is over. Great play by Santiago Espinal. The Phillies do get 1 run, though, on an RBI sac fly by Jay Cave. And we head to the bottom of the second at the Rogers Center. Phillies lead it 1-0. Just being realistic. Hey, streaks end. You know, streaks do end. So, PAS, what's going on? Jacqueline, what's going on? Thanks for coming on here. I appreciate it. All right. If you guys are new, my name is Jason Joseph. This is Play by Play with JJ. Hit that thumbs up button and hit that subscribe button, guys, so that way you know when I upload. Let's go, Nola. It's not time to celebrate yet. It's only 1 run. That's exactly right, Eric. Hey. They got 1 run. They got to run. Okay? They got to run, Larry. They did. They got to run. I bet House on the Phillies. Let's go, Nola. All right. Okay. Guys, we only need 33 more subscribers to get to 900. Let's try to work on that. You know, that's pretty cool. I just think this streak isn't ready to end. Well, we'll have to wait and see, guys. Drop the pen. Just warming up. It's warm-ups. That's funny. All right. Well, we head to the bottom of the second inning. Phillies lead it 1-0 on a sac fly hit by Jay Cave. Bro, earlier did not go as planned for me, JJ. What does that mean, Jacqueline? What does that mean? Did they get a hit with runners in scoring position? It's a sac fly, so that's your answer. Actually, yes, technically they did. They did get a hit with runners in scoring position. It was a double that would actually, because Castellanos was over at second anyways, and Stott doubled and got him over to third. So that's technically a hit with runners in scoring position. Okay. Well, Kevin Biggio's due up. And, well, most of us know what happened last night, but for those of you that weren't here, to recap it, Biggio had the go-ahead RBI hit by pitch back in the bottom of the 8th. So with the bases loaded, of course, Biggio hitting .221 with 8 homers and 23 RBIs, son of Craig Biggio. The 1-1, line drive into center field, and that's in there for a hit, as Rojas plays it on 2 bounces, and Biggio is in there with a leadoff single. All right, we're in the bottom of the second inning. There's nobody out. And now, coming up to the plate is Alejandro Kirk, who's hitting .249 on the season with 6 homers and 30 RBI. During the season against the Phillies, he is 0 for 9. And he takes that one low and away. For ball 1. What's up, Izzy? What's up, Megan? Thanks for coming on here. What's going on? Rojas always ruins it, says Jacqueline. It wasn't Rojas' fault. The 1-0 pitch. It's outside and low. The throw over the second to get the runner is not in time. And getting in there safely over at second base is Kevin Biggio. So Biggio singles and then swipes second. And just like that, the Blue Jays are hunting for some runs here. Let's see. Yep, just got his hand right underneath the swipe of Stott. All right, Jacqueline, what's the story? 2 balls, no strikes. Kirk up at the plate. Nola looks back at second, now back to the plate. The pitch, fly ball hit out to deep left center field. Backing up, though, is Rojas, and he just has enough room to make the catch. Tagging up from second and going to third is Biggio, and the throw is way off the line. Bohm did have to go in foul territory, but he's able to keep it in front of him, and there's 1 out. And that just missed. So Kirk is able to advance the runner over to third. One out and a runner over at third. So the tying run's over at third base, and here comes Dalton Varsho batting on the left side. Nola comes set, winds up, and delivers the first pitch. Yes, it could have gone either way, but it was, according to Alfonso Marquez, it was a little bit inside. Infield playing in towards the infield grass as Biggio leads off over at third base. 5 seconds left on the pitch clock, and the 1-0 delivery, it just misses its spot as it was barely a little bit inside. Varsho hitting .215 with 14 homers and 42 RBI this season. He's 1 for 9 against the Phillies this season with a walk and 2 strikeouts. The 2-0. It's down low for ball 3. So Aaron Nola did pitch against the Blue Jays earlier this year. The Phillies actually ended up winning that game by a score of 8-4. Nola went 6 innings, only gave up 2 earned runs, and had 6 strikeouts. That was back in May on the 9th. 3 balls, no strikes to Varsho. The pitch, check swing, foul ball. So the count is 3-1. What's up, Donna? How you doing, Donna? FS Podcast, what's going on? Thank you all so much for coming on here. 1 out in the bottom of the second. The Phillies lead it 1-0. There is a runner over at third, though, and that's Kevin Biggio for the Jays. The 3-1. And it's fouled off again by Varsho. So the count is now full. Varsho, with runners in scoring position, has 3 homers and 28 RBI, along with a 187 average. Oh boy, did the NBC Sports app freeze? Did it freeze? Bet you it froze. I bet you it froze on us, guys. There it is. All right. Varsho's up at the plate. There we go. We're back in business. Nope, maybe not. That's weird. Where's my remote? do this again. Huh. All right, well, we'll turn on the TV. Guess the app's not working. Yep. All right. Oh, we'll turn on the TV. It's always our backup, guys. All right, I'll be right back in just a few moments. Apologize about that. App's giving me some issues. I'm sure it's giving other people issues too, so we'll be right back. Oh, there we go. Okay, we're back on here. And, of course, Dalton Varsho just hit a 2-run home run off of Aaron Nola. As soon as we go to break, it comes right back on. Varsho with a 2-run homer. I just said that. 1 ball, 1 strike to Santiago Espinal. Can't believe that. So it was glitching for other people, too, so. 1 ball, 1 strike. Nola winds up, delivers the pitch. It's grounded foul down the third base side, and the count is now 1-2. All right, so let's see Jacqueline's story. So you went outside, and you grabbed your mat. And then it started to rain. So I put my mat in the shade, and then when it stopped, I threw the mat over the stairwell and then got it dirty. And then I had to wash it off in the shower. Wow. And I don't feel like telling the rest. I don't blame you. That sounds like a lot, Jacqueline. The 1-2, it's fouled off down the right field line. That sounds like a lot of work, Jacqueline. It does. We didn't have to witness that. Maybe it was a good thing that it cut up right when Aaron Nola gave up a home run. Yes, that's a good. Yes. I like that. I can understand that, Jacqueline. Towel gets dirty. It's annoying. Yes. Alrighty. We got a big crowd on. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Espinal. Nola winds up, delivers the pitch. It's off the plate. And outside for ball 2. So the Phillies took a 1-0 lead in the top of the second on a sac fly by Jay Cave, but that was quickly erased by a 2-run home run hit by Dalton Varsho. The Jays lead it 2-1. Bases are empty. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. The pitch, swing and a miss on a cutter that was outside. And Aaron Nola gets his 3rd strikeout of the day. There's 2 outs now with nobody on in the bottom of the 2nd inning. Okay. What the heck is going on over there with the shower mat in the stairwell? I've been there. I've been there. I understand. When it's raining outside, when it's raining, it pours sometimes, guys. Paul DeJong is up at the plate. The count is 0-1. Nola winds up, delivers the pitch. It's swung on and missed on a high cheese fastball that was out of the zone, and the count is 0-2. If the feed cuts out again, just assume it's a home run call and call it. Especially if it's Nick Castellanos up at the plate. The bad timing. You're right. No balls, 2 strikes. The next pitch, swing and a miss. Back-to-back strikeouts. And Aaron Nola is able to get out of the inning, but not unscathed, because the Blue Jays were able to get a 2-run home run by Dalton Varsho. And we head to the top of the 3rd at the Rogers Center. Okay. All right. Now I'm going to take a step off. I'll be right back, just in case we're having problems. Once again, all right, I will be back. Hit that thumbs up button and turn on those notification bell icons, guys. Okay. All right, we're back on here. Oops, there we go. Yeah. All right. Oh, how many people do we have on here, guys? Hit that thumbs up button. Hit that subscribe button. Algo people, do your thing. Do your thing, Algo people. We want to get more and more people to come on to the Play-by-Play with JJ family. The only way to do that is if we get more people on here. 8 of you have not already liked this video. We have 32 people in the chat, 24 likes. So what are we doing? That means 8 of you have not liked this video already. And you guys, I'm sure, have been on here for almost a whole time. All right, Kyle Schwarber will lead things off. The Phillies and the Blue Jays both have 2 hits. The only difference is that the Blue Jays have 2 runs scored and the Phillies have 1. You're guilty, says Creaking with Kenny. Come on, guys. We can't slack. We love each other. We come on here. There we go. All right, first pitch is in there for a strike. Schwarber struck out in the first. He's 0 for 1 today. His average sits now at 180 with 30 homers and 73 runs batted in. Gausman still out there on the bump for the Jays. Lines up, kicks, fires, and the pitch looked a little bit low, but it's a called strike. Schwarber is 13 for his last 88 coming into today with only 5 homers, 17 RBI, and 34 strikeouts. He needs 1 more home run to get career number 230. 0-2 is the count to Schwarber. 10 seconds left on the pitch clock. And the 0-2 delivery. It's down low for ball 1. When you actually dissect the amount of home runs he has this season, and when you look at his hitting, he's actually hitting .213 this season on fastballs, and he's hit 20 of his 30 homers on fastballs as well. The 1-2, that was off the plate, but it's a called strike 3 on the outside corner, and Gausman gets the call. And there's 1 out in the top of the 3rd. So Schwarber strikes out looking for the 2nd time today. That's the 4th time in this series that he has struck out. 1 out now, and here comes Bohm, who takes it low and outside for a ball. It was a slider at 83 miles per hour. Bohm lined out in the first. He has 12 homers, 74 RBI. Last year he had only 72 RBI, so he just passed his career high, or his season high. Created a new season high. Is that how you say it? There we go. 2 balls and no strikes as the next pitch was down low. 4 seconds left on the pitch clock. The 2-0 delivery. Grounder hit over to third. Fielded on a bounce, and the throw to first is going to get Bohm out. Spinall was able to do a good job at making a good play. 2 away in the top of the 3rd, and Bryce Harper is coming up to the plate. Two outs, nobody on in the top of the 3rd. 2 seconds left on the pitch clock, and the first pitch to Harper was off the plate and outside. The Phillies on Sunday night, they're actually going to be playing in Williamsport, Pennsylvania against the Washington Nationals. That game will be on ESPN. The 1-0, it's fouled off. It'll actually be in honor of the MLB Little League Classic. So it's at Muncie Ballpark at the historic Bowman Fields. The venue is honestly really small. It sits about 2,300 people. The game will take place during the day, and then the Phillies game will take place later in the night. The 1-1, swinging a high, towering fly ball, hit out to deep left center field. That baby is out of here. And Bryce Harper ties the game on a solo jack out to left center field. It's a 2-2 game in Toronto. just got a fastball on the outside part of the plate, and Harper was able to just crush that thing out of here. It was also a little bit low, too, and Gausman, all he could do was tip the cap. Just went over the fence out in left center field over the National Car Rental sign. So it's a 2-2 game, and the Phillies tie it back. Still 2 outs, nobody on, and Castellanos comes up. Gausman comes set, winds up, delivers, and throws a fastball at the knees for a called strike. So the count is 0-1 to Nick Castellanos, who's 1 for 1 today with a double. The 0-1, fly ball hit out to right field, and Springer will track it down towards his left side, and he's there to make the catch. And the inning is over. The Phillies do get a run, though, on a solo home run by Bryce Harper. And it's back to a tie game at 2-2 as we go to the bottom of the third at the Rogers Center. Okay. Cool. Please subscribe. Williamsport regular season game. Yes. Okay, I was going to talk a little bit more about that, but of course Bryce Harper hit a home run. So we'll talk more about it in the next inning. All right. Bryce Harper finally hits one. Says Wiz. Wiz, what's going on, man? Wiz, Sam, what's up? Let's go, man. Let's go. Did I see Snowman on here too? There he is. Please subscribe to Snowman Multimedia, guys. I'm happy you dropped the link down below. G. Vanoots, drop your link down below. Ryzen Rhino. Larry, if you have a link, drop that down below. I don't know why I said that. You guys should go subscribe to Larry, though. You should. You should go subscribe to each other. Yes, sir is on here. Yes, sir. Of course, Castellanos. He hit it sharply. Got like $130 on the Phillies. Oh, man. Speaking of betting the house, we love Harper. My sister went to college in Williamsport. Williamsport. There we go. What's up, Go Bird Gang? Eric, thanks for coming on here, man. Wiz, what's up, JJ? The sky is up. I'm up. The Phillies are not up. They're actually tied. What else is up? I don't know. I don't know. Jackson. There we go. Yellow. Huh. Williamsport. Okay. Well, that's really cool. All right. So Aaron Nola will go out there to pitch the third. And Bryce Harper, I guess he had to get a new glove. Something was wrong with the other one, and now he seems to be all right. So we will start off the bottom of the third. Phillies and Jays tied 2-2. First pitch. It's a bouncer that's foul towards the third base side. So Aaron Nola's on the bump. He has 45 pitches that he's thrown already. Whit Merrifield is due up at the plate. He's 0 for 1 with a strikeout in the first. His batting average now sits at .303. No balls, 1 strike. Nola on the bump. Kicks, fires the pitch. There's a swing and a grounder hit over to third. Bohm has it, charges it over to first, and it's in time. Alec Bohm going over towards his left and playing a slow grounder and just throwing it over to first in the nick of time to get Merrifield the quickster out. Not as easy as it looked, and there's one away in the bottom of the third. So that'll bring up Brandon Belt to the plate. Nola gets set at the letters, winds up, and delivers and throws it outside. That was a changeup at 85. So as I was mentioning, the Phillies will be playing on Sunday night in Williamsport, Pennsylvania, against the Nationals. They actually play against them this weekend. They'll be in Washington, D.C. on Friday and Saturday. The 1-0, that's inside for ball 2. And then on Sunday night, they're going to go to Williamsport, Pennsylvania, and they'll be playing at 7 o'clock at night to honor the MLB Little League Classic. The 2-0 pitch by Nola. It's on the upper third of the zone. It's in there for a strike. What's cool about it is that the Little League game itself is actually going to take place during the day. And after that's done, they're going to have a lot of pregame ceremonies. And both teams will get to see Bryce Harper and, some of the other ball players on both sides. The 2-1 pitch. It's up high and outside for ball 3. It's just a nice way to be able to, have the players just interact with the youth, and that's something that you got to give Major League Baseball a lot of credit for. 3 balls, 1 strike to Brandon Belt. Nola winds up and delivers and throws it up high for ball 4. That's the first time today that Belt has gotten on base against Nola, as he's lifetime 6 for 13 against him. Luke Raley had an inside-the-park homer, which gave the Rays a 6-0 lead. Nice. Here comes Vladimir Guerrero Jr. and the first pitch. Grounder down the left field line, and Jay Cave gets over to it. It's a fair ball. And Belt will stop over at second base, and Guerrero Jr. will stop at first. Runners go from station to station. So back-to-back base runners allowed by Nola. And now George Springer is due up. Springer's average now sits at .259 with 14 homers and 48 RBI. Nola winds up, kicks, delivers, and it's fouled off by Springer. No balls, 1 strike. We're in the bottom of the third. It's a 2-2 game with 2 runners on for the Jays. And 1 out. The 0-1 pitch. It's fouled back. Sometimes when you're doing this for a while, you have to learn how to pace yourself. And you have times where you want to say so much, but there's only so much that you can comprehend. And you also speak faster, your ideas form faster than you can talk. So you have to let it catch up to you. The 0-2, grounded it over to third. The flip over the second. There's 1 to throw to first. Oh, it's just not in time. They tried to go around the horn, but it's a fielder's choice ground out hit by George Springer, and that puts runners at the corners with 2 outs. I like the pitch that Nola went to there as Springer got on top of it. Tip your cap, though, to him because he was hustling down that line as soon as he got out of the batter's box. So a 5-4 fielder's choice. And there's 2 outs now, and here comes Kevin Biggio, who had the go-ahead RBI hit by pitch last night. Mouth has to catch up with the brain. No, it's vice versa. The pitch. It's in there for a strike. You form ideas faster than you can speak. So, think about that. No balls, 1 strike, 2 outs, runners at first and third. The throw back to first by Nola. It's not in time. Springer got back in there in plenty of time. It's a 2-2 game and an 0-1 count. We were talking a little bit earlier about how the Blue Jays, even though most of their core is still together, they're still missing a lot of pieces too. Throw back to first. Nope, not in time by Aaron Nola. Almost caught George Springer sleeping. Springer leads off at first again. The 0-1 by Nola, That's a strike, a knuckle curve at the knees, and the count is 0-2. They're missing guys like Matt Chapman, who was day-to-day with a finger injury. Bo Bichette's also out. And Kevin Kiermaier, somebody else that they're missing, along with Trevor Richards out of their bullpen, and Otto Lopez, who's on the 60-day IL. No balls and 2 strikes to Cavan Biggio, who singled up the middle his last time up and was able to get the first hit off of Aaron Nola back in the bottom of the second. Runners at second and third as Springer went and got in there safely. The 0-2 line drive hit down the right field, and that's a fair ball. Belt comes in to score. Springer on his heels right behind him, and the Blue Jays lead it 4-2 on a 2-run single, and that has just doubled their lead. Cavan Biggio continues to just destroy the Phillies. See where this pitch was. Another fastball. Looked like it was on the inside corner, and Biggio just swung right through it and was able to make good contact with it. Just hit it in between first and second. And now Alejandro Kirk is due up. 58 pitches for Nola, already 4 earned runs allowed, and he gets the call on the first pitch. That's a strike. Guys, if you're new to the channel, hit that thumbs up button and hit that subscribe button. Kirk is due up. He's 0 for 1. He flied out in the second. 2 outs, a runner over at first. Nola gets set at the letters, winds up and delivers, and that pitch is slapped foul down the first base side. Kirk in the series is 0 for 10. But he hasn't struck out. He's been making some good contact. He actually almost was inches away of hitting a home run off of Aaron Nola his last time up. Maybe not inches, but maybe a couple of feet. Throw back to first to try to get Biggio. It's not in time. So the count is 0-2 to Aaron Nola. No balls, 2 strikes. Nola has time called. And we'll try to do it again here. Over his last 6 starts, Nola has a 5.09 earned run average, and he's allowed 8 homers. And opponents are also hitting .274 against him. No balls and 2 strikes. Nola winds up and delivers and throws it low and away. So that makes the count 1-2. The home run ball has certainly been an issue for him. And we keep going back to that conversation over and over again. The 1-2, it's bounced foul. So the Blue Jays lead at 4-2. Every time that the Phillies score, the Blue Jays have a response. And the response has been, as far as right now, 2 runs per inning when they do respond. Biggio leads off over at first. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs in the bottom of the third. Nola kicks, fires the pitch. Grounder hit over to Bryson Stott, and he just throws it over towards first, and the inning is over. Stott was playing in between first and second base and didn't even have to move. Just got under it and just made the throw over to first, and the inning is over. But the Blue Jays do retake the lead on a 2-run single hit by Cavan Biggio. And we head now to the top of the 4th in Toronto. Phillies trail 4-2. All right, guys, my name is Jason Joseph. This, of course, is Play-by-Play with JJ. If you just subscribed to my channel, I see that we just got another subscriber. Comment who you are down below. I want to make sure that I give you credit and welcome you on into the Play-by-Play with JJ family. We need 3 more subscribers to reach the 870 mark, guys. I want to get up to 900. Can't believe that we're 33 away from getting to that mark with within a span of 8 months. So, if you are new to my channel and if you don't know who I am, my name is Jason Joseph. I'm a broadcaster from South Jersey. I've been calling games for about 3.5 years. I've been doing it on YouTube for about 8 months. And I called minor league baseball games with the Wilmington Blue Rocks, NBA G League games with the Delaware Blue Coats. Got to see them go to the NBA G League Finals 2 times, and that was really cool. And just on here to get more and more reps. So that's what we do, but we also have fun on here. Bryson Stott will lead things off as we're in the top of the 4th inning. Phillies trail 4-2. They scored in the top of the 2nd inning. They got a run. The first pitch is off the plate. And then the Blue Jays got a 2-run homer by Dalton Varsho. The run that they actually got was on a sac fly by Jake Cave. Then the Phillies would tie it back on a solo homer hit by Bryce Harper, and Kevin Biggio had a 2-run single. The 1-0, it's in there for a strike. That makes the count now 1-1. So Gausman's still on the bump. He's thrown 45 pitches. The count is 1-1. And the pitch slapped foul. Yesterday marked the 33rd anniversary of Terry Mulholland's no-hitter that he threw for the Phillies. Phillies actually beat the Giants that day by a score of 6-0, and Terry actually pitched the 8th no-hitter of the season. The 1-2 pitch to Stott, swinging the fly ball, hit out to deep right field. That has a chance. It's going back to the track, and it's caught by Springer just inches in front of the fence. Well, Stott tried to take it for a ride, and it just missed. 1 out in the top of the 4th. Phillies and Blue Jays, according to PointsBet, the odds of them winning the World Series are actually tied. They're at plus 18,000, which is very interesting. First pitch to Turner, it's fouled back. Turner walked in the 2nd. He's batting .250 with 12 homers and 44 RBI. No balls, 1 strike. The pitch, grounder hit over to left field for a base hit. And Turner gets aboard with a 1-out single. Good piece of hitting by Trey as he hit it in between 3rd and short. So Stott flies out to right, and Turner singles. And coming up to the plate is JT Realmuto. So as I mentioned, it was the 33rd anniversary of Terry Mulholland's no-hitter that he threw for the Phillies back in 1990. That was yesterday on August 15th. First pitch to JT, it's down low and outside for a ball. Phillies won 6-0 against the Giants, and that was the 8th no-hitter of the season, and that record surpassed the modern era of 7 no-hitters back in 1908 and in 1917. The pitch, it's bounced foul. 1 out. Turner leads off over at first base. Gausman comes set at the belt, winds up, delivers the pitch. It's just fouled off, and the count is 1-2. It was also the 118th anniversary of Ruth Waddell's 5-inning no-hitter that he had on August 15th of 1905. Ruth Waddell pitched for the Philadelphia Athletics, and was able to shut out the St. Louis Browns by a score of 2-0. All of that happening yesterday for the Phillies. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The pitch to JT. The runner goes. It's popped up, though. And Vladdy Guerrero Jr. is there to make the catch. And Turner's able to get back in there safely to first. Did I say Ruth? Sorry, Rube Waddell. It must have auto-corrected it. Thank you. So Jay Cave's going to come up. Hit a sac fly his last time up. Did you know that, though, Larry? Turner leads off over at first base. There's 2 outs in the top of the 4th. 10 seconds left on the pitch clock. Gausman comes set, winds up, delivers, and throws a strike. So that makes the count 0-1. A's actually lead at 6-0 in St. Louis. Crazy. The 0-1, swing and a miss, and the throw back to first to try to get Turner. It is not in time. Oof. Yeah, Rube Waddell. No balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. And Gausman's able to strike out Cave. And the inning is over. All right, we go to the bottom of the 4th inning. Phillies trail 4-2 in Toronto. They'll be right back. All right, so the lesson to be learned is to always double-check your spelling. That's what it comes down to. Cool. All right, why is Gabe messaging me right now? All right, cool. He was quite a character. Google him. Crazy stories. Okay. All right, I'll have to do that. All right, I'll be right back, guys. I'm going to take a step off. See you soon. Hit that thumbs up button and turn on those notification bell icons. All right, guys, Phillies down 4-2 as we head to the bottom of the 4th inning. Let's see how many people we have on here. We got 39 people on here watching. 29 of you have hit the thumbs up button, and you know what that means if you do subtraction. 39 minus 29 means that 10 of you have not hit that thumbs up button already or have subscribed to the channel. Let's change that. Let's change that, guys. We love each and every one of you. Dalton Varsho's due up. He's playing out in center field. He had a 2-run homer off of Aaron Nola earlier in the game, and he chops this one foul. Waddell left the mound mid-game to chase a fire truck. Oh, you'll have to look at that story. Huh, that's interesting. Huh. 1 ball and 1 strike to Dalton Varsho. Nola with 65 pitches. Comes set, winds up, and throws it low and outside for ball 2. So as I mentioned before, Aaron Nola going up against Kevin Gausman. Both of them were teammates at LSU. The 2-1, it's off the plate for ball 3. Of course, they also got to play with guys on that team like Alex Bregman and some other notable players as well, but they do go way back as college teammates. 3 balls, 1 strike, and the pitch by Nola. That's outside, way outside, and Nola has allowed his 3rd walk tonight. All right, sounds good, Jacqueline. Sounds good, Jacqueline. Thanks for stopping by and for coming on here. We're in the bottom of the 4th inning. Phillies trail 4-2. Nola looks back over at first. The throw is not in time. So, Santiago Espinal is up at the dish, batting on the right side. Nola gets set, kicks, fires the pitch. It's grounded foul. So today is the annual Sportsnet Jays Care broadcast auction that the Blue Jays do. It's presented by TD Canada. Snowballs 1 strike to Espinal. 5 seconds left on the pitch clock. Nola gets set, kicks, fires the pitch. It's way inside, and Espinal just had to dodge out of the way. So, for the people that actually donate, okay, to this Sportsnet Jays Care Broadcast Association auction, or broadcast auction, the people that donate, if you donate actually $93, okay, you receive a limited edition of the Joe Carter bobblehead. The 1-1, swinging a fly ball hit out to shallow center field. Rojas on the run, and he dives and makes the catch and takes away a base hit. It was blooped out into shallow right center field. And Johan Rojas, with a flash of lightning, is able to make an acrobatic catch for out number 1. Stott's like, I don't know where that ball is. And Johan Rojas was like, I got it. Let me get a little dirty with it. And he's able to dive in there to make a nice catch. And there's 1 away. And now Paul DeJong is coming up. That was really cool. So the count is 0-1. There's 1 out in the bottom of the 4th to Paul DeJong right here. Really nice catch made by Rojas. The 0-1, swinging a pop-up that's going out of play towards the first base side. So when you look at some of these things that are up for auction, all right, they have some interesting stuff. So some of the auctions that they have, if you go to like the Blue Jays website, they have a date night at the Rogers Center, and the bid for that, when I checked it about 3 hours ago, was $1,900. But if you wanted something cheaper, you could actually go golfing with Russell Martin for a bid that started at $1,300. And they have some other interesting stuff on there too. We can go into like a lot of them, but that's what they do. And you have to get in your auction by 9 o'clock tonight. That's when they end. The 0-2 pitch by Nola, swinging a foul tip into the glove for strike 3. And Nola now has 5 Ks. Is my chat coming in clear, guys? I think that we may have a little delay here. Nope, I guess not. Okay. the other really cool thing that I saw was 18 people were actually bidding on throwing the first ceremonial pitch for next year, and the bid 3 hours ago was at $3,200 just to do that. I just I don't know where people are able to get this money from. It's so wild to me. Merrifield comes up. He's 0 for 2 today, and he takes a strike on the inside corner. 10 seconds left on the pitch clock. Nola gets set, kicks, fires the pitch, swing and a miss on a cutter at 87 miles per hour. Witt today is 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a ground out. Two outs, one runner on over at first base. No balls, 2 strikes. And Nola kicks, fires the pitch. That's hit out to center field, and backing up is Rojas, and he stops and makes the catch right in front of the track. And the inning is over. No runs, 1 man left, and we head to the top of the 5th inning. Phillies trail 4-2 at the Rogers Center. Okay. Cool. Let's check out what else is going on at these auctions. I'm curious now. Let's see. If you guys are new to the channel, hit that thumbs up button and hit that subscribe button as well. All right. I love you all so much, and I'm proud that you guys have been able to be on here. I have 42 people on here. Guys, hit that thumbs up button. We have 29 likes. Young Shizzy's on here. He said, yo. Bro, come on. Bro, you don't have to comment. You can literally just come on the live chat, dude. I don't even know if he's here. Is he here? Maybe he is. There we go. That's more like it. We still have 10 people that haven't hit that thumbs up button. All right. I wanted to see something else. There we go. The 2023 broadcast auction, limited edition Toronto Blue Jays. All items. The broadcast auction now with Adam Hadwin and Joe Carter, that's now going for $20,250. It's wild. No balls, 1 strike to Johan Rojas, who's 0 for 1 today. He's going up against Kevin Gausman here, who's only allowed 2 runs. 1 back in the 2nd and one in the 3rd. The 0-1 offering, foul ball. You could fly to spring training next year, and the bid for that, there's actually 27 bids on it right now. That's at $9,750. I don't know if the Phillies ever do an auction. Do the Phillies ever have an auction that they actually do? Because I've never heard it publicized. Comment down below if you know. Because I would be interested in participating in one. That'd be really cool. 0-2 is the count to Rojas. The pitch, fly ball hit out to shallow right center field, and tracking it down is Varsho, and he's there to make the catch. And there's 1 out. Oh, boy. We got a quiet chat on here now, all of a sudden. Unless something's wrong with YouTube. Here comes Kyle Schwarber, who takes it inside for a ball. Comeback, says Fisherman Sam. There we go. Now we have somebody talking on here. Kyle Schwarber has been ridiculously good on the first pitch this season. Takes that one low. A splitter at 87. Today he's 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. He's ahead in the count here, 2-0. The pitch. That's up high for ball 3. So, yeah, so do the Phillies have an auction that they do every year, like what the Blue Jays are doing today? Three balls, no strikes. The next pitch, it's on the outside corner for called strike. Larry has a quick chore. I'm his daughter. Oh, wow. What's up, JJ? What's up, Larry's daughter? Oh, man. How you doing? How you guys doing, guys? Thanks for coming on here. The 3-1, that's down low for ball 4. That's funny. Sometimes you got to do what you got to do, guys. That's what you got to do. So Schwarber gets on with a walk, and he'll go over to first base. We're in the top of the 5th inning. Phillies trail 4-2. And there's a runner over at first. Al Boehm's due up at the plate in the first pitch. There's a fly ball hit out to right field. Not that deep, though. And Springer's there to track it down in front of the track, and he makes the catch. There's 2 outs. So Boehm is retired. And there's 2 away. There's you can also learn from the manager. There's like 12 bids now in for that. And the current bid for it is at $2,100. I wish that the Phillies had these things published, because I've never seen the Phillies do this. Bryce Harper's up at the plate. He takes that pitch for a ball outside for ball 1. The 1-0. It's up high and outside for ball 2. And honestly, I guess like when you really think about it, like auctioning like in person can be really tough in a sense, but I guess it's easier to do it online because you don't have to worry about other types of things in regards to just the whole like event itself. The pitch that's out there for ball 3. Good, I'm Sarah. I've learned a lot of baseball from you. Something I never thought I'd be interested in. Aw. Thank you. The 3-0 pitch. Outside for ball 4. And Harper walks over to first. And going over to second is Schwarber as Pete Walker, the pitching coach for the Blue Jays, will go out there to have a conversation with Gausman. What did Sarah say? Good, I'm Sarah. I learned a lot from you. Learned a ton of about baseball from you. Something I never thought I'd be interested in. Haha. Hope the game is going good and you're having an awesome day. I got to tell you, Sarah, you have a great dad. You really do. I've learned a lot from him. And he's been somebody that's been coming on here so much. And he's truly not only just a really good person, but he's just like, there's so many words that can describe him. You can't just say one. So he's been an awesome mentor and somebody that I learn a lot from. So, you got a good one. And I know that he has a good one in you too. Castellanos comes up to the plate, and he takes a strike at the knees. Also heard that he that he also missed the no-hitter the other day from Michael Lorenzen because he said that he was watching a movie with one of his daughters. I don't know if that was you or what, but he wasn't too happy about missing the no-hitter, I heard. But of course, if it's spending time with the daughter, you know, like, you got to do what you got to do. Family always comes first. The 0-1, it's down low and outside for ball one. Hey, Jacqueline, thanks for coming back on here. 2 runners on, 2 outs. The 1-1 pitch to Castellanos. Fly ball hit out to deep left field, and that hits off the top of the wall. Schwarber rounding third. He'll come in to score. Bryce Harper will stay put at third base. It's an RBI double for Nick Castellanos. And the Phillies are down by 1. I didn't even see where the ball landed. It must have landed on top of the wall because with the way that the camera was showing where the ball ended up, just came off the very back of the wall, but it looked like it took a bounce before that. Yep, it did. Took a bounce before it hit off the wall. But Nick Castellanos comes through once again. And the Phillies are down by 1. Stott is up. A base hit could score 2. The pitch. Down low for ball 1. You said not to ask why you're not an Eagles fan. Explain in depth. I'll do it after the inning. 1 ball, no strikes to Stott. And he takes the splitter that is, looked like it was a little bit low, but Stott trying to make a case and certainly had a right to do so. The count is 1-1. Stott hitting .235 with 2 outs and with runners in scoring position this season. His 2 homers and 16 RBI in that situation. The throw back to second to try to get the runner is not in time. Castellanos got back in there safely, and Kevin Gausman tried to pick him off. Yimi Garcia is loosening up in the bullpen for Toronto. 2 runners on in scoring position. The 1-1 to Stott. A strike that's at the knees on the inside corner at 98 miles per hour. And it's now a 1-2 count. Stott doubled in the second and flied out to right field in the fourth. A base hit could give the Phillies the lead. Harper at third. Castellanos at second. The pitch. Grounder hit over to third. Played sharply in the throw to first. It's not in time. 1 run comes in to score. Here comes Castellanos right behind him as the ball got away from Vladdy Guerrero Jr. And the Phillies lead it 5-4. So the Phillies get 2 runs on a bad throw by Espinal. He threw it in the dirt from third to first, and Guerrero Jr. could not dig it out. And it just got by him towards his left side. That's one way to take the lead, though. Two outs, and Stott's over at first. Gausman still in. Turner up at the plate. The first pitch, it's a foul ball. Well, you couldn't have drawn that up any better, I guess. So what's that, an RBI infield single and an error by Vladdy? Let me know what they scored it as. No balls, 1 strike. The pitch to Turner, swinging the fly ball. Hit out to left field. It's carrying, going back towards the track. And Merrifield is there to make the basket catch. Wow. As he's able to get into the wall, and the inning is over. The Phillies, however, do retake the lead as they score 3 runs. 1 on an RBI double by Nick Castellanos, and 2 from Bryson Stott. And we head to the bottom of the 5th in Toronto. All right, so what did they score it as? I need my spotters on here. What was that scored as? Was that an infield single and an error? Let me know. Big 2 runs with 2 outs. Love to see it. Yeah, so what did they score it as? Somebody write it down and tell me. My dad said, wait, yeah, I said that I'd get to that. That Brad hijacked my phone. She's great. All right, so Bryson Stott reaches on a throwing error by third baseman Santiago Espinal. Harper scores. Okay, so it was a 2-run error. All right, thank you, Kathy. Thank you, Kathy. Kathy beat you, Larry. I'm sorry. You know, you can blame your daughter for it, but I'm sorry. She beat you to the punch. She beat you to it. Kathy's the GOAT. Also, you have a great daughter. You have a great daughter, Larry. She wanted to know my whole story about the Eagles. First of all, guys, if you're new to my channel, my name is Jason Joseph. This is Play by Play with JJ. Hit that thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel. We need one more subscriber to get to the 870 mark, guys. We've been going at this channel for 8 months, and we've been having a lot of fun with it. It's been really, really cool, and I'm looking forward to another 8 great months, too, and beyond. Seriously. So why am I not an Eagles fan? Aaron Nola is going to come in to pitch in the bottom of the 5th inning. I'm all over the place. The first pitch that he throws is off the plate. So, all right, the count is 1-0. We're in the bottom of the 5th. Phillies lead it 5-4. There's 5 seconds left on the pitch clock. Nola gets set, winds up, and delivers the pitch. It's in there for a strike at 91. So I did not get into the Eagles. I did not get into football until I was in high school, guys. I got into baseball at a very young age. Baseball was my first love. Then I got into basketball, and I appreciated hockey for what it was. I did. The 1-1, that swung on and missed. So with football, I didn't get into that until I was about a junior in high school, and I got invited to a Jewish youth group event, and had a lot of fun with those people, spent a lot of time with them. The 1-2 delivery by Nola, it's inside, and the count is now 2-2. So at this event that I go to, they have an Eagles party. It was like a barbecue, and I was late because I had played practice, and brothers were like, you know what, like, still come on by. Like, we don't care if it's late. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Nola comes set, winds up, and delivers. It swung on and missed, and Brandon Belt strikes out, and there's 1 away in the bottom of the 5th inning. That's going to bring up Vladdy Guerrero Jr. So I show up late to this event, and I go in, and they're like, you know what, we don't care like what football game is on. Like, we just want you to get into football. I was like, okay, sure. First pitch to Vladdy, it's fouled off towards the right field side. It goes out of play. And so I come in and watching this game, and it just happened to be the Patriots game that was on. And little did these people know that they were not only going to make me into a football fan, but they were going to make me into a Patriots fan. Because I liked watching Aaron Hernandez at the time. Saw him catch 3 touchdowns. That's how I got into it. Just from that event. I didn't watch the Eagles. I didn't grow into loving them. I don't hate them. Hate is a really strong word. I don't dislike them. But that's the whole story. 2 balls and 1 strike to Guerrero Jr. as the next pitch was up high and inside. Two balls, 1 strike. The next pitch, that's outside for ball 3. John, I gave you a lot of warnings yesterday. I'm not having at it with you today, so goodbye. Three balls, 1 strike, and the pitch by Nola. It's down low for ball 4. That's the second time today that Vladdy Guerrero Jr. has walked, and it's the third time that he's gotten on. Yep, I just did so. Matt Strom is warming up in the Phillies pen. There's 1 out in the bottom of the 5th. All right, so did that answer your question on why I became a Pats fan? Okay. Did that answer everybody's question? 1 ball, no strikes. Springer's up at the plate. He's 0 for 2. Nola with 88 pitches. Here comes the 89th one, and it's fouled off, and Springer has to try to redeem himself as he landed on 1 knee. Explain, please, again. Okay, thanks, Larry. Ten seconds left on the pitch clock. Nola takes a quick sigh of relief right here. The 1-1. It's outside for ball 2. Don't do it, JJ. Don't feed into his hubris as a moderator. Sometimes you gotta do your job, you know. People aren't following the rules, like you give people a chance, and then, you know, that's just what happens. I don't take it personally. The 2-1, it's fouled off. But thank you all so much for being on here. All right? We love each and every one of you. George Springer, of course, a World Series champion with the Houston Astros. Tonight he's 0 for 2. Played with the Toronto Blue Jays last year. Then had a big injury in the playoffs. The 2-2 delivery, swing and a miss in the throw. The second is off the line, but Stott is able to slide and just keep the ball in front of him. There's 2 outs, though. Are they going to call catcher's interference, though? They will. Oh, man. A strikeout, throw him out just because of interference, batter's interference. That's what it was. So Springer strikes out. Let's see. It did hit him. It definitely hit JT on the backswing. That's the right call. A strike him out, throw him out for JT Realmuto on hitter's interference. Nice. That was beautiful. Jacqueline, what are you doing? You wrote that so many times. That was pretty cool, though. All right, I'll be right back, guys. You just said double play. Oh. Well, maybe you didn't see it. Don't spam the chat, Jacqueline. All right, I'll be right back. I'll take a quick step off. Alrighty, guys, I'm Jason Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. Okay, nice. It only works if you say it once. Saying it a bunch of times will jinx it. Well, it worked. All right, JT comes up, and he hits this one down the left field line. It's a fair ball. Merrifield could not get over to it, and JT's going to go over to second base. The throw is cut off, and JT gets in there with a stand-up double on the first pitch thrown by Gausman in the top of the sixth. I love it when they always come back and the first pitch is like, well, there's a line drive. They just throw you right into the fire on a fastball right down the middle. Oh, boy. So JT is able to come through with a double. They got to get home a big insurance run here. Here comes Jake Cave. Gausman winds up and delivers the first pitch. It's at the knees. So Kevin Gausman already has 80 pitches. Tim Meza is warming up in the Blue Jays bullpen. Phillies lead at 5-4 on a seesaw. The pitch, grounder, and it hits off the heel of Gausman and goes out into shallow left field for a hit. Took a weird bounce, and it was played just in front of Paul DeJong in shallow left field. And runners are now at the corners on back-to-back hits for the Phillies. Just was hit back up on the mound, and it hit Gausman right on the back heel of his right foot. And DeJong, good recognition, just coming out there to make the play out in front of him, and he had to just improvise right there. So there's runners at the corners in the top of the sixth. The Phillies are hunting for some runs. They only scored 2 runs combined over their last 3 games coming into today. And Johan Rojas is coming up. He's 0 for 2 tonight. The first pitch, he lays down a bunt. It's popped up, but it's fouled and just out of reach for Kirk as he took off the mask very quickly. That's like the 4th time that I've seen Rojas just pop up a bunt on the first pitch. I don't know what it is. He just doesn't get set and he doesn't square it off in time, or he's a little bit late and feels uncomfortable with it. I have no idea what it is. No balls, 1 strike. Gausman kicks, steals the pitch. It's spun foul behind the plate, and it was a splitter at 87, and Rojas probably will. I'd be shocked if he pulls down a bunt here. He lined out and grounded out. Also made a really nice catch out in right center field to take away a base hit. No balls, 2 strikes. Caves over at first. Realmuto's at third. The throw back to first by Gausman, and Cave is in there safely. Phillies are 3 for 6 tonight with runners in scoring position. The Blue Jays are 2 for 4. No balls, 2 strikes. Rojas will play down a bunt here, and it's bunted right towards the mound. The throw over to first, it's in time. The throw back to third, that's not in time. So JT is safe at third base. They do get 1 runner to advance over to second, and Rojas is out. Personally, and this may just be me, but I don't understand why in that situation you would lay down a bunt. Because it's not like if you're going to get JT to come in to score, you're going to have to really try to square it up and put it either A, down the first base line, or B, just have it be some sort of like a slow roller down the third base side. And it was with 2 strikes that he did it. But regardless, John Schneider is going to pull the plug, and Kevin Gausman, his day is done. He's still responsible for the runners over at second and third, though, and we have a pitch and change. We're coming back in this game. We're now trying, actually, says Jacqueline. I think the Blue Jays are done trying, says Jacqueline. Oh my gosh. AT at 7La. Is that how you say that? Please correct me if I'm pronouncing it incorrectly, because I would love to pronounce it correctly and have you be a part of the family. Phillies obviously gave up an out to have a runner at second and third. See, that's the mindset I don't necessarily understand, because yes, like, you don't like want to ground into a double play, but first of all, it's with 2 strikes, so you're taking a risk right there. And I just don't get it. Like why would you sacrifice an out there? Like, if you were down by 1, maybe I can understand that. I don't know. I'm just questioning it, though. Have it make sense to me. Give me an answer down below. Guys, do you think that the Phillies can hang on and win this game? All right, comment your answers down below. Give me a yes. Give me a no. Give me an A. Give me a P. Oh, my gosh, stop. Give me a P. Give me an H. Give me an I. What does that spell? Tim Meza is coming up. All right, so he'll be pitching for the Blue Jays. You think that the Phillies are going to win? Okay. All right, Meza in 41.2 innings, has 40 strikeouts and 10 walks allowed. 1 homer surrendered as well. Phillies trying to extend their lead. They're up 5-4, and Kyle Schwarber will head back up. I lost my password and want to send payments to you. Oh, dude, you don't have to do that. You definitely don't have to do that. Hi, JJ. Do you have any JJ bobbleheads for sale? My girlfriend, she collects them because I want to get her one for her birthday. We do not have any merchandise just yet, unfortunately. First pitch to Kyle Schwarber. It's popped up out to right field. Springer tracks it down. He makes the catch, and tagging up to come in to score is JT, and he slides in there safely. An RBI sacrifice fly, and JT scores, and Schwarber gets a very productive out. The runner does advance over from second to third. And it's now 6-4 Philadelphia. Good job by JT to tag up. And George Springer had a pretty good throw, but JT was like, let me just beat you to the punch. And he did. Here comes Bohm. First pitch. Line drive into left field for a hit. Cave comes in to score. And Alec Bohm gets an RBI single, and the Phillies lead it 7-4 in the top of the 6th. They've scored 2 runs in the 6th, 3 in the 5th, 1 in the 2nd, and 1 in the 3rd. Good piece of hitting by Bohm as he comes through again. Harper comes up, and he'll ground this one over to third. Where did the ball go? Did they lose the ball? They got in for a hit. Oh, man, the camera operator lost track of the ball. But Bryce Harper gets an opposite field hit. They literally lost track of the ball. Let's see the replay here. Just a grounder right in between third and short. I guess because there's been a whole lot of action on a lot of pitches lately, so they lost track of it. That's why we're the fighting Phils. Exactly, Sam. That's why. Let's go. All right, so Meza's day is done, and we have another pitching change. Camera operator lost it. I can't believe that. I never thought I'd see that this year, and that just happened. Curse. Curse of calling it on a monitor, guys. All right, we appreciate each and every one of you. Cheers. L'chaim. Ouch. Ouch. That hurt. Hopefully I don't have a splinter. I don't think I do. All right. We're still in the top of the 6th. What time is it? 9 o'clock? We're almost 2 hours into it, guys. One more subscriber until we get to 870. Guys, hit the thumbs up button. Hit that notification bell icon. We got 45 people on here. Guess how many likes we have? How many likes do we have, JJ? We got 37. So 9 of you have not liked this video already. And we need 3 more thumbs up to get to 40, guys. Hit that thumbs up button and hit that subscribe button. You have an hour till you have to go to bed. Well, hopefully the Phillies will finish the game. Hopefully they'll finish the game by then. That would be really nice. Oh, thanks, Jacqueline. I got the Phillies, $125 on the Phillies. Yeah, man, you said that. That's wild, dude. The win would be absolutely huge, bro. They just can't blow this. All right? They're still in the top of the 6th. There's 2 runners on, 2 outs. And another base hit here would be absolutely nice. But Eric Swanson will be pitching for the Blue Jays. So in 55 games, he has a 3.31 earned run average and 54 1/3 of an inning and 61 Ks and only 18 walks allowed. Opponents are actually hitting .215 against him. Good, guys. Hit that thumbs up button. Duty and accountability. I just got to work. Give me the play-by-play, brother. Here we go, man. Okay, 2 runners on. We're in the top of the 6th. The Phillies lead at 7-4. There's 2 outs. Castellanos due up at the plate. The first pitch by Swanson is in there for a strike at the knees. A 4-seamer at 93. Castellanos' lifetime against Eric Swanson is 1 for 2. He's 2 for 3 tonight with a pair of doubles. The 0-1 delivery. Swing and a miss. That was a fastball that he just could not catch up to. And that makes the count now 0-2. Bohm leads off over at second. And over at first is Harper. Castellanos' lifetime has hit very well against the Blue Jays. No balls, 2 strikes. Swanson looks back at second. Now back to the plate. The pitch. It's fouled off. And we'll do it again. So the count is still at 0-2. His lifetime batting average against the Blue Jays is at .327 with 10 homers in 43 games played. The 0-2 delivery, swing and a miss. And Castellanos strikes out and the inning is over. The Phillies do get 2 big runs, though, and they lead it by a score of 7-4. And we head now to the bottom of the 6th. There we go. My girlfriend and I wish you continued success in what you do. Andrew, I appreciate you for coming on here, man. Thanks for sticking with us since the beginning. I know you've been on here for like a month or so, so thank you for sticking with us. You know, we definitely have been growing our family, guys. We've reached out to a lot of people, and we're not going anywhere, okay? Even once we reach 1,000, man, we want to continue to grow the family and just have more and more people come on here so that we can have fun. That's what it really is. Like, yes, I want to do play-by-play, and yes, I want to do that as a job, but this isn't a job sometimes. I'm doing something that I'm passionate about and something that I truly love. And you guys get to be here with us, and we get to share something in common. Imagine, I always like to give this analogy, but For those of you that haven't heard this, okay, imagine if you got to talk to Harry Kalas. Imagine if you got to talk to Vince Scully, right? Like, think about those people for a second. Okay, think about your idols like Beth Mowins, okay? Like Joe Davis, Bob Costas, you name it, okay? You think about these people. This is what we're doing. This is the new wave of broadcasting where we get to interact with one another. All right, Jacqueline, you don't have to keep counting anymore. I appreciate it. My wife wants to copyright strike your streams. She's a jerk. You're funny. All right, Jacqueline, you can stop. You can stop. You're good. You're good. That's funny. Wait, I probably should keep these up a little bit longer, guys. All right, bottom of the 6th. You guys are too much. Matt Strahm will come into the ball game. He's pitched in 39 games this season for the Phillies. He's 8-3. He has a 3.44 earned run average. Oh, he was just joking. Equals fan for life. What's going on, man? Thanks for coming on here. Biggio's up at the plate, and he takes that pitch inside for a ball. He has been crushing the Phillies. He is 2 for 2 today with 2 singles, a run scored, 2 RBI, and a stolen base. And the 1-0 is at the knees for a called strike. So Thompson wanted to put him in. And by the way, happy birthday to the skipper of the Phillies, Rob Thompson. Count is 1-1. They wanted to go with a lefty on lefty. The pitch. It's a strike called at the knees on the outside corner. And the count is now 1-2. Happy birthday to Rob Thompson. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The pitch. Check swing. Did he go? And they say yes, he did. And there's 1 out. Big strikeout right there. Okay, stop roasting me. Alejandro Kirk comes up. Jacqueline, I just explained the whole story. You must have missed it. You'll have to go back and watch it. I just told people the whole story. I don't want to do it again. It gets really annoying. The 1-0, it's in there for a strike. You did listen to the story, okay. So now you know why I'm an Eagles fan. Oh, but you're asking why Flyers, why Sixers? Because I got into them. I said I got into them when I was younger. The 1-1. Swing and a foul ball. When? Middle school. Alejandro Kirk is up. He's 0 for 2 today. Phillies lead at 7-4 in the bottom of the 6th inning. Nobody on. 1 out. Strahm winds up and throws it up high and outside for ball 2. Kirk is 0 for 2 lifetime against Strahm. Two balls, 2 strikes. The pitch. Down low for ball 3. Patriots, I said. I said Patriots. No, I said Patriots. 1 out in the bottom of the 6th. The payoff pitch. Line drive right past the glove of Turner out into left field as he tumbles. Seems to be all right, though. Thought it maybe he was going to do a little somersault, but he did not. It was hit out in the left field. He rolled over. Just got underneath his glove. Probably should have had it. in real time, it was hard to see because it just went under the glove, but it was hit out towards the hole, and it got underneath his glove. Here comes Dalton Varsho, who takes a strike. It's in there at 94. One thing that really bothers me is an itchy nose, guys. The 0-1, that's fouled off. Isn't there a saying, though, for like an itchy nose, like in a money sense? Isn't there like a saying for it? Like a scratchy nose? Or, I don't know. Maybe I'm making something up. Because I tend to do that sometimes, too. The 0-2. It's up high. And the count is now 1-2. All right, so it's 9:11 p.m. Eastern Time. So let's see where the bids ended. Okay, so I'm curious now. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The pitch popped up out into shallow left field. Bohm gets underneath it, and he makes the catch right on the grass, just behind third base. And there's 2 outs now. Itchy palm. That's what it is. Okay, yeah, itchy palm. All right, so itchy nose is not a thing, but itchy palm. Yep, itchy palm. Okay, thanks, Mom. Yep, thanks, Larry. It's hard to think of these things in the moment. Thank you for having my back. Thanks for spotting me, guys. Strom gets set, kicks, fires, and throws the first pitch to Espinal downstairs for ball 1. All right, so let's see. So in case you missed it, we were talking a little bit earlier about how there's been an auction, or how today there was an auction that was set for the Toronto Blue Jays. It was actually, as the 1-0 is inside for ball 2, it was the annual event that they do every year called the Sportsnet Jays Care Broadcast Auction. It's presented by TD Canada. For the people that actually donate, they receive a limited edition of a Joe Carter bobblehead. So you have to actually donate $93 in order to get that limited edition. But there have been so many things that they're auctioning, and it just ended at 9 p.m. The 2-0, it's in there for a strike. So let's see what they did. So the broadcast auction for the limited edition of the Toronto Blue Jays Xbox. The bid, there were 46 bids, and the current bid was at $2,300. That's crazy. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The golf with Russell Martin ended up being $3,900. That's what 28 people actually bid on it. The 2-2. Grounded it over to third, and the throw over the second is in time. That's a 5-4 fielder's choice ground out to end the inning, and Matt Strom is able to get out of it. Phillies lead it 7-4 as we go to the top of the 7th. All right, so I wanted to see what the other one was for the golf that they did. In the booth with Ben Wagner, the voice of Sportsnet 590. The current bid for that, there were actually 87 people that bid on that. Oh my gosh. It was at $10,100. That's the current bid right now. That's crazy. Oh man. How long have I been broadcasting? On here, I've been doing it for 8 months. In person, 3.5 years. How much to throw out the first pitch? That was the last thing I wanted to get to. I knew there was one other thing I was missing. That was at $3,500 before, and then the golf with Russell Martin's at $3,900. They must have got rid of it, so it must have been sold. Was that like $3,200 the last time I checked? You can get a Bo Bichette hand-painted jersey starting at $4,925. That's crazy. All right, so guys, it is time for our Phillies trivia question of the day. All right, we're going to do this really, really quickly. If you get the question correct, for those of you that are new to the channel, all right, we do a Phillies trivia question, and if you get it correct, you'll hear this. If you get it incorrect, you'll hear this. Okay. All right, so today's Phillies trivia question. It's a good one, actually. All right, we go over the answers in the bottom of the 7th inning. No spam in the chat. You guys know the rules. Yes. Okay, the Phillies and the Blue Jays, okay, they met in the 1993 World Series. Game 4 of that series is still the highest scoring World Series game ever, with two teams combining to score 29 total runs with both of those teams. What was the final score of that game? And who won? That's the question. So what was the final score of Game 4 in 1993, and who won that game? Two teams combined to score 29 runs. Here we go. Lenny Dykstra is the greatest American who ever lived. Jacqueline. Jacqueline. I don't know. That's not fair. You'll know. You were born in 2011. A lot of that is recent history. The first pitch. It's in their first strike. How long have you been following the Phillies, Jacqueline? Let me know. Bryson Stott comes up to the plate. The pitch. Foul ball. Is 1 for 3. And he's facing Jackson right now, who's on the mound. You want the Joe Carter bobblehead so you can... Oh my gosh, stop. We have Blue Jays fans on here. Guys. The 0-2. It's up high and way outside for a ball. All right. Also, no cheating, guys. No cheating, if you looked it up. So, Jay Jackson, he's in his 9th MLB season. He's 35 years old, from Greenville, South Carolina. Was actually drafted by the Cubs in the 9th round of 2008. The 2-2, or the 1-2, was outside for ball 2. Haven't seen Davis Schneider yet, but there's a very interesting story about Davis Schneider, who is on the Blue Jays roster. The 2-2, sliced foul, and it also goes out of play. So Davis, he hasn't checked in yet, but this past Sunday, he actually became the first MLB player in history to have 9 hits and 2 homers in his first 3 games. And this is a guy who was a 28th round pick. Jackson winds up and delivers the 2-2. That's off the plate for ball 3. He was a 28th round pick 6 years ago out of Voorhees, New Jersey. His mom actually taught at my high school and was a really, really nice person. She actually just retired. I think it was the year after I graduated high school. The 3-2, that's fouled off. But he's from my area. And his mom was a really great teacher. Oh, man, Mrs. Schneider. Great, great teacher. Shout out to Mrs. Schneider. 3-2. Popped up, out in the shallow right field, and getting underneath it is Biggio, and he's there to make the catch. Out towards the outfield grass, and there's 1 out. Okay. So there's 1 away in the top of the 7th. So yeah, so that's her son. He's 24 years old. Again, a 28th round pick out of my town. And setting major league records already. Pretty awesome stuff. 1 ball, no strikes to Trey Turner. His mom actually funny story. I'll tell you a funny story about her. The 1-0, swing and a miss to Trey. Phillies lead at 7-4. We're in the top of the 7th. There's one out, nobody on. So Davis Schneider's mom, she taught at my high school, and she ran this club that we had called the Interact Club. It's a community service club that I used to participate in, and that was a lot of fun. The 1-1, that's down low for ball 2. So we had a dance, that we did for special needs, special needs kids and even special needs adults. And that was always really nice. We always did that every year in February near Valentine's Day. The 2-1 that's popped up and fouled behind the plate. I'll never forget, one time I went to the event and she was right there. And she asked me, because we had a big test coming up on Monday. It was like a midterm or whatever. The 2-2, that's off the plate for ball 3. And she asked me if I did my homework and if I'm ready for the test. And I told her, of course I'm ready for the test. We're taking the test on Monday, of course. And she said, no, Jason, the test is on Wednesday. So that means that you're not ready. And I was like, wow. I thought it was Monday. And she said, no, we just pushed it back. So, but no, she was a great teacher. I really, really liked her. I learned a lot from her classes. That was just one that stood out to me, though. 3-2 pitch. Ground ball, hit back up the middle, taken on a bounce by Biggio, and he throws it over to first. And there's 2 outs in the top of the 7th. So, 2 outs with nobody on. So that is Davis Schneider's mom. She's the best. Mrs. Schneider. Always gave back a lot to charity and our Interact Club. When did the Phillies Lenny? What does that mean? All right, JT comes up. The pitch, fly ball hit out to shallow left field, and Merrifield is there to track it down. Then he makes the catch, and the inning is over. It's now stretch time at the Rogers Center in Toronto, Canada. As we go to the bottom of the 7th, Phillies lead at 7-4. All right, so once again, the Phillies question of the day, trivia question. All right, the Phillies and the Blue Jays. That's who they're taking on right now. They met in the 1993 World Series. This was also before I was born too, Jacqueline. So you're not alone. You're not alone with this. Game 4 of that series, okay? It's still the highest scoring World Series game ever, with the two teams combining to score 29 runs. Okay, what was the final score of that game and who won? 5 seconds left. 4 seconds left. 3, 2, 1. 1.5. 1.25. 1 3/4. 0. Okay. All right. My dad was the first one to respond. What did he say? 16-15? Was that what it was? My dad said 16-15, I believe. Is that correct? Is that correct? That was not correct. It was not correct, but was I right saying that was his final score? Was I correct in that sense? And I'm playing on words right here. All right. Jacqueline, what do we say about spamming the chat? What did we say about spamming the chat, Jacqueline? All right. See, now I'm missing people. Okay, 16-13, my dad said. Okay, that is not correct. There we go. Okay. Duty and Accountability Media says it was 15-14 Blue Jays. Now, did you look that up or did you know it? Because if you did look that up, Either way, it's correct. That is correct. There we go. Oh, wow, you actually knew it. Okay, good for you. You were in 6th grade. Okay, good. Good. Give you credit. There we go. So you got it right. All right, 1 ball, 1 strike. The pitch to DeJong. Popped up out into shallow right field. Stott, Harper, and Castellanos right there. Who's going to catch it? Stott does. He's just there to make the catch, and he lost his footing, and Bryce Harper, the other Las Vegas native, was like, let me help you up right there, brother. Stott was playing over towards the line, and he just literally got underneath, and he made the catch, and he lost his footing. There you go. All right, 1 out in the bottom of the 7th, and Whit Merrifield is due up, and he fouls the first pitch off. So Matt Strom is still out there. Phillies lead at 7-4. We're in the bottom of the 7th inning. Bases are empty. Whit Merrifield, who's 0 for 3 today, has struck out, grounded out, and lined out. He's looking for some sort of redemption here. The 0-1, foul ball. And that makes the count 0-2. We got 52 people on here. Guys, hit that thumbs up button. Hit that subscribe button. Alco people, do your thing. Do your magic, man. 10 more likes till we get to 50. Let's get to the 50 mark. And we need 1 more subscriber, guys. 1 more subscriber to get to 870. Let's get there. It's not that much to ask for. The 0-2. It's up high for ball 1. Game 4 was the 2nd worst game as a Phils fan. I'm sure that was really tough, heartbreaking. I can't even imagine. The 1-2, down low and inside for ball 2. There you go. Duty and accountability media. Doing your duty. There we go. Nice. Thank you for doing that. I appreciate that. Welcome to the play-by-play with JJ family. We love each other. 2 balls, 2 strikes, the pitch. It's fouled off right behind the plate, and it'll go into the seats. Nice. Nice stuff. We did it, guys. Welcome on in. Duty and accountability media. Welcome. There we go. You just banged your head? Oh, man, are you okay? The 2-2 pitch. Fly ball. Hit out to shallow right center field. Actually, it wasn't that shallow, but Rojas is there to make the catch over towards his left side. It was actually really medium depth, but regardless, there's 2 away. Good. He said, dude. I was trying to be funny. But no, I appreciate that. All right, Brandon Belt is coming up to the plate. Batting, of course, on the left side, and he takes the first pitch. It's in there for a strike. It was a slider at 84. Just caught the plaque of the plate. 2 outs, nobody on. In the bottom of the 7th inning. Phillies lead at 7-4. The 0-1 delivery down low for ball 1. Belt walked in the 3rd, scored a run. He's hitting .253 with 11 homers and 31 RBI. 1 ball, 1 strike. The pitch. Fly ball hit out to shallow left center field. Rojas is able to call off Cave, and he catches it for out number 3. And the side is retired. We go to the top of the 8th. Matt Strom is able to go 2 innings. And the Phillies lead at 7-4. We'll be right back in just a few moments. Don't go anywhere. Stay tuned. All right, we got 42 likes on here, guys. Thank you all so much. 54 people tuning in on here. If you guys haven't done so already, hit the thumbs up button, hit that subscribe button. We love you all so much for coming on here. Tell your friends, tell your family, tell everybody about Play by Play with JJ. My name is Jason Joseph. For those of you that are new to my channel, well, we do a lot of play-by-play stuff. We cover the Phillies baseball. We cover 76ers basketball, Flyers hockey, Patriots football. That's what we do on here. We also have our weekly interview that we do on Fridays. Do not forget to tune into that. Every Friday, we have our Sharing the Mic with JJ podcast, where we get a guest to come on, a YouTuber or an on-air host, on-air talent, and all different types of people. So, don't want to miss out on those things. And yes, so we'll have another episode on Friday. That'll be our 5th episode. 5th episode. Wow, that's pretty awesome. I still remember that series when I was in 7th grade, says Stephen Crabtree, in Southeast Pennsylvania. Wow. It's wild. Thanks for coming on here, Stephen. Hope you're having a good night, man. 1 ball, no strikes. Jackson's still on the mound for Toronto. Phillies are up 7-4. The 1-0 pitch outside, way outside for ball 2. So, unfortunately, I was reading the news, and Bruce Springsteen, I didn't know this, but he was actually supposed to perform tonight at Citizens Bank Park. The 2-0, it's in there for a strike on the outside corner. But he got sick. It was supposed to be him and the E Street Band. So hopefully they're okay. He was actually supposed to perform with them on Wednesday night, which was tonight, and on Friday night as well. The 2-1, that's fouled off. So, obviously, Bruce Springsteen, the boss, hopefully he's okay. No updates yet on his health, as far as I know. But if you guys do hear anything, let me know. The 2-2, swinging a towering fly ball. Hit out to deep right field. That baby is long gone. A solo home run for Jay Cave, and the Phillies have doubled their lead. They're up 8-4 in the top of the 8th. That pitch was right down the pipe. See where this, yep, fastball right down the middle, and Cave barreled it up. That's the type of power he was portraying at the AAA level. And that's why he was up for international MVP in AAA when he was playing down there. Here comes Rojas, and he lines this one over to shortstop. It's caught by DeJong. And there's one away. Cave bomb. The old man got one, says Fisherman Sam. Phil's offense made him sick. No, but seriously, though, hopefully he's all right. I haven't heard any sort of updates on him, but, hopefully he's okay. All right, 2 outs, or 1 out, I should say. Jackson's day is done. Phillies lead at 8-4, and we have another pitch and change. All right. Cool. Good stuff, guys. Somebody tweeted out, I forget who it was. I wish I could remember so that I can give them credit. But last year, on this day in Phillies history, Rhys Hoskins actually hit 2 homers. It was against the Cincinnati Reds. And they won by a score of 13-4. And that was actually their 10,000th franchise win that they've ever had. So that was really cool. Got to see that. Hard day's work right there. Thank you. Yeah, man. For sure. We always work hard on here, guys. Hit that thumbs up button. Hit that subscribe button. Algo people, do your thing. That was nice. I don't know if you guys have been keeping up with the World Cup, but that'll be really cool to see. Spain is going to be taking on England on Sunday. Okay, it'll be on August 20th. They play at 6 a.m. Spain actually beat Sweden in the semifinals yesterday by a score of 2-1. And today, England beat Australia at home by a score of 3-1. Australia actually suffered only their second loss over their last 9 games. And England became the second team to eliminate a tournament host in the semifinals. The other team to do it was Germany when they shut out the U.S. by a score of 3-0 back in 2003. So both Spain and England will be playing in their first FIFA Women's World Cup final. And that'll be really cool to watch too. Give me USA, says Jacqueline. What's going on, Rhino? What's going on? That was the birthday weekend. It was a lot of fun, guys. Rising Rhino. Rhino, drop the link, man. 1 out in the top of the 8th. The pitch to Kyle Schwarber. It's down. It's actually inside for ball 1. Genesis Cabrera. Opponents are hitting .221 against him. Is a 2-1 record, that is, as well. The 1-0, that's up high for ball 2. Rhino, drop that link down below. There you go. There you go, everybody. Please make sure that you go subscribe to my brother, Rising Rhino. 2-0 pitch. There's a strike that's at the knees, and the count is 2-1. So Kyle Schwarber, who's up at the plate right now, he has 23 hits and 47 at-bats just on the first pitch. The count is now 2-2, though. It's fouled off. But 11 of those have been home runs. And that actually equals an average of .489 and a slugging percentage of 1.34, which is absolutely wild. The 2-2 delivery, foul ball. He was batting .213 this season on fastballs coming into today. And he's hit 20 of his 30 homers on fastballs. Last year on fastballs, he actually hit .240 with 26 homers on fastballs. The 2-2 fly ball hit out to deep center field. Varsho's able to get underneath it, though, right in front of the track, and he makes the catch, and there's 2 away. So 2 outs in the top of the 8th. And there's still nobody on. And here comes Alec Bohm. Coming into today, Bohm is 3 for 23 over his last 7 days. First pitch, it's fouled off. Tonight he's 1 for 4, though, with an RBI single, which he got back in the 6th. No balls, 1 strike. The pitch. Outside for ball 2. Oh, it was called a strike. I beg your pardon. The 1-1 pitch. Fly ball. Hit out to right field. It's hooking foul and goes out of play. And that makes the count now 1-2. So, on StatMuse, they actually have some really wild stats. And one of them is you can actually look up a player to see how they do on different weekdays. The 1-2, that's swung on and missed for strike 3, and the inning is over. Well, I was going to say that Alec Bohm has actually done a pretty good job on Wednesdays, but He strikes out right there, and the inning is over, and we go to the bottom of the 8th. Phillies lead it, though, 8-4 in Toronto. Yeah. In his career, he's actually hitting .271 on Wednesdays with 59 hits and 2 homers and 24 RBI, which is interesting advanced stats. But this year in 2023, he's batting .304 with 17 hits, 10 RBI, and 7 runs scored. Hasn't hit a home run this year on a Wednesday. That's why you don't try to hit it, says Outbaum. Rhino is actually Old Man Jenkins from SpongeBob? Oh my gosh, stop. Who runs the haunted amusement park. Oh gosh. You guys are funny. Guys, if you think I'm funny, subscribe to the channel. If you don't think I'm funny, subscribe to the channel. If you guys think neither, subscribe to the channel. Even though I don't think that there really is an in-between. Oh, man. Oh, boy. All right, guys. We need 30 more subscribers to get to 900. Oh, man. Can you believe that? I can't believe that, guys. Cheers to each and every one of you. And Jivanuts, thanks for posting your chat. Yes. We don't forget about you, Jivanuts. We're just busy and tied up. But guys, go subscribe to him too. You'll tune in for that? Nice. We should collab on some movie reviews, JJ. Honestly, I'd be down to like do one with you. Yeah, you know, like I wouldn't like make it like a full-time thing, but like I would be down to like do one. That'd be really cool. I'm the one that told you that you should do it. Craig Kimbrell will come in to pitch the bottom of the 8th. It's 9:43 p.m. Eastern Time. The first pitch, it's in there at the knees for a called strike to Vladimir Guerrero Jr. No balls, 1 strike to Vladdy, who's 1 for 1 today. He's gotten on base, though, 3 times. The 0-1, it's bounced foul. Everybody wants to do a movie review with me now. Everybody wants me. I guess I'm popular. Of course, I'd love to help you out too, Jivanuts. You guys should do it. Yes, that's a good idea. It would be a blast. No balls, 2 strikes to Vladdy. His father was a heck of a ball player, too. No balls, 2 strikes. The pitch by Kimbrell, swing and a miss. So Craig Kimbrell's in there, and he already gets a strikeout. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night to Vladimir Guerrero Jr. on 3 pitches. So there's 1 away in the bottom of the 8th. And now George Springer's due up. Kimbrell will throw that on the outside corner for a called strike. So Craig, feels like forever since he's pitched. I don't know why. Actually, it's because the last time he did pitch, it was on Sunday, but I didn't get to watch it. The 0-1, it's taken on the outside corner for a called strike. This season, he has 19 saves. This, of course, is not a save situation. He has a 3.18 earned run average, 69 strikeouts, and a .98 whip. The ball is 2 strikes. Kimbrel with the pitch clock literally at 0. Winds up, delivers, and throws it outside. He just got it off. And Davis Schneider in the dugout. Nope, now they're talking about him. Okay, so he's... There he is. I love the glasses that he has on. It's so cool. Shout out to Mrs. Schneider. Great teacher. The 1-2 was down low for ball 2. So, again, this was a guy that was a 28th round pick from literally where I grew up. I think he graduated the year after me, but he did not go to my high school. But shout out to Mrs. Schneider and the entire family. The 2-2 delivery. Swing and a miss. Craig Kimbrel with his second strikeout in a row. And there's 2 gone in the bottom of the 8th. Phillies are 65 and 55. While the Blue Jays are 67 and 54. When you take a look at the standings for the Phillies and for the Blue Jays, as Kevin Biggio's due up at the plate in the first pitch. He lines it just off of the glove of Bryce Harper. The throw to Stott. From Stott to Kimbrel was in time. A little bit behind on the action, but it was a tough play. It was a line drive that was hit to Bryce Harper. Bryson Stott was there to back it up, and Stott got over to it. Kimbrel ended up getting to the bag. The initial ruling was that he was out, but I think Schneider held it up for a second, and now they're going to say, well, that's the end of the inning. We won't challenge it. Okay, so we go to the top of the 9th. Phillies lead at 8-4. All right, guys. Well, that was quick. A lot of stuff happened right there. So the Phillies, they're 13 games behind the Braves. Braves are now on a 3-game winning streak. Braves are 78 and 42. They're actually 4 games just above the Baltimore Orioles, who are 74 and 46 when you look at the overall records. Phillies still holding their ground in that wild card race. The Giants did lose earlier today, so that certainly does help the Phillies. The Marlins also lost too. There we go. JJ, what college did I go to? I went to Rowan University. So for those of you that are new to my channel, I'm from South Jersey. I went to Rowan University. I majored in sports communication and media, and had a primary focus in broadcasting, in sports broadcasting. And so I called games for the Wilmington Blue Rocks, who were the high A affiliate of the Washington Nationals. And I also did games for the Delaware Bluecoats, who were the NBA G League affiliate of the Philadelphia 76ers. So if you really like what I do on here, if you like who I am as a person, if you think I'm funny, if you think I'm cool, and if you enjoy just coming on and having a good time and just sitting back and listening to some play-by-play and interacting with people on here, come on here and hit that subscribe button. I didn't know that, Jacqueline. Wow. It was a line drive that was hit over to Bryce Harper. Bryson Stott was there to back him up. It was pulled over towards the first base side, and Stott threw it over to Kimbrel because Harper wasn't covering the bag. So Kimbrel had to go over to the bag to try to get the runner because Harper couldn't find the ball. That's what happens. Let's get to 50 likes, guys. AJ, thank you so much for the compliment, man. It means a lot to me. Seriously. That's why they call us the Fightin' Phils. Phils always make their way back in from any slump. Yep. Stay blessed. Stay blessed, man. Harper's 2 for 3 today. He had a solo homer. Also singled and walked. The 0-1 to Bryce. Swing and a miss by Francis. Just goes with a curveball at 74 miles per hour. The Blue Jays, when you look at their standings, they're 7.5 games behind Baltimore and 5 games behind Tampa Bay. Rays beat the Giants today by a score of 7-1, the 0-2. Low and inside for ball one. Bowden Francis has played in 11 games this season, as a 1-0 record, a 1.59 ERA as well. The 1-2, swinging the fly ball, hit out to deep right field. Could it be number 2? It is! His second home run of the day for Bryce Harper. And the Phillies lead at 9-4, home run number 9. Frankie comes into the building, and Bryce Harper is able to put the Phillies up by 5. Hello and hola to Frankie Rosado. That was nice. 2 homers in 1 game. That was nice. Here comes Castellanos, and he pops the first pitch up. Out to right field. It was a mile high, and Springer's there to make the catch. And that pitch was absolutely destroyed. That's how you do it. All right, 1 out in the top of the 9th. Phillies lead at 9-4. Bryson Stott is coming up to the plate, and he takes that pitch for a strike. So, I don't know if you guys know this, but Marika Lissick, okay, she got to throw out the first pitch last night out in Toronto for the Blue Jays-Phillies game as the 0-1 is fouled off. So, she's 22 years old. Okay, she made her debut with the Brockton Rox, who are a collegiate summer baseball team in Brockton, Massachusetts, as the 0-2 that's hit out into center field. And Varsho's there to track it down and make the catch, and Stott is retired, so there's 2 away in the top of the 9th. So she played for the Brockton Rox in Brockton, Massachusetts, and she was actually born in Delta, British Columbia. So 2 months ago, as Trey Turner's up at the plate, and the first pitch that he sees is down low for a ball, she also became the first woman to play any position in the Futures Collegiate Baseball League. She actually was a catcher back in 2020 and became the first woman to catch in a men's collegiate baseball game as the pitch is taken for a strike. But unfortunately, she had rotator cuff surgery. And this year, in May of 2023, as the 1-1 is swung on and missed, she closed out a game for the Rox as a pitcher and had a strikeout in the 9th against the Nashua Silver Knights. So she turned into a pitcher, and she became the first woman to do that as well. And she just continues to create some awesome history. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The pitch was down low for ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Trey Turner. 2 outs, nobody on in the 9th. The pitch, grounder hit over to shortstop, and the throw over to first is in time. And that's going to end the 9th inning. So we go to the bottom of the 9th. Phillies lead at 9-4. Last chance for the Toronto Blue Jays as Bryce Harper hits another home run. His second of the day. You know, you hear like a lot of stories about like what people like her and Olivia Pichardo, and even, you know, somebody like what Kelsey Whitmore's doing, breaking all these barriers. It really is just awesome. Just not from a gender perspective, but it's because of their talent. And that's what I think makes this so cool, is that these people are performing at very high levels, okay? And they're doing it based off of talent. And that's what I think is so important, because if we want to continue to unite sports, we have to try to get the best talent out there and continue to fight for that. Because these people that are at the top of their game, doesn't matter what gender, what race, or how somebody looks. You play because of how good you are. And I think that with what all these athletes are doing, it's just incredible. And good for Marika to be able to throw out the first pitch yesterday. Tell him the story of the can of corn. What is the story of can of corn? It's been an old baseball saying for years. But yeah, look her up. Marika Lissick. Pretty cool. And that's how it should be. It should be based on somebody's ability. And that's why I think that the business is heading into a right direction, but there's still many more steps, guys. There's still many more things to be done. But that's what makes sports so cool. It's inclusive, and it brings people together. They used to tell the little story in an old triple play baseball game from like 99 or 02. Huh. You'll have to let me know. All right, we're in the bottom of the ninth. No balls, one strike to Alejandro Kirk, who's 1 for 3 today. The pitch, broken background ball, hit over to Bryson Stott. Stott has it, throws over to first, and there's one out. I'm ready to accept the Phillies won't win the division. When are we getting Lorenzen back on the mound, do you think? It should be Friday. Because they're off on Thursday. All right, here's Davis Schneider playing against the Phillies. Oh, man, this is so cool. 1 out, nobody on. The pitch, it's in there for a strike. He's hitting .400 this season with 2 homers and 5 RBI. From Voorhees, New Jersey, the 0-1, swing and a miss. Taking on Soto here. Gregory Soto for the Phillies. The 0-2, that's down low and inside for a ball. It's so cool how he how he's from my area. The 1-2 pitch. Check swing, he went around. They didn't even have to check it, and Schneider strikes out. Good pitch thrown by Soto. And there's 2 outs, and the Blue Jays are down to their final out. JJ, did you know the old-timey term for catcher's equipment is tools for ignorance? For real. That I did not know. First pitch to Espinal is outside for ball 1. All right, we got to focus on this, guys. 1 ball, no strikes. Espinal 0 for 3 today. Soto gets set, kicks, fires, and throws a slider at the knees for a called strike. Santiago's 0 for 3 with a strikeout, a flyout, and a fielder's choice ground out. The 1-1. Check swing? Nope, they didn't check it. Thought he maybe had a chance of going around there. Count is 2-1. 2 outs, nobody on. In the bottom of the ninth, the pitch up high for ball 3 on a sinker at 99 miles per hour. 3 balls, 1 strike. The next pitch. Fly ball hit out to shallow right center field. Rojas on the run, and he makes the catch, and the ball game is over. Phillies hang on, and they split the series in Toronto. They take the season series and win 3 of 4 against the Toronto Blue Jays. And they win by a final score of 9-4 at the Rogers Center. Well, the offense showed up today after only scoring 2 runs combined over their last 3 games. They put up 9 runs tonight. 2 of them were on home runs hit by Bryce Harper. And the Phillies are now 66-55 as they're 3.5 games above the Miami Marlins and the Cincinnati Reds, who are tied for that final wild card spot. Good win for the Phillies, who had 9 runs on 11 hits. Jake Cave went 2 for 3 with a solo homer and 2 RBI and 2 runs scored. And, of course, Bryce Harper with 2 solo homers himself and 3 runs scored. Those are your players of the game. And, well, Aaron Nola was not his sharpest tonight, but the Phillies were able to hang on, and it didn't matter how many they gave up on the pitching side. The Phillies had an answer with their offense. And they'll be back on Friday night as they take on the Washington Nationals at National Park. There we go. Oh, man, we got a lot on here. JJ, how are we celebrating when you hit 1K? Somebody wants to come. Somebody wants to meet up with me and throw a little party for me. But I would love to. I'd love to have a little party on here too. I'm hoping that it's like towards the end of a game, so that way like we can, stop and then just, have like a cool like reflection moment. Not during the middle of it though. We'll have to wait and see. Let me see. JJ, did you know the old... oh, yeah, I saw that. I saw another comment on here. It was another long one. Guys, thank you all so much for coming on. Here it is. Okay, I'm glad the Phillies are doing well, but even with... yeah, man, I don't know what to say about that. I really don't. Solid game. Great game. See you tomorrow. There we go. Party at your place, Rhino. JJ, what's the Discord? Guys, the Discord link is down below in the description. Join the Discord server. It's in the description down below. If you check below the video, you should see it. It should be highlighted as Discord server and hyperlink. Yes. So please make sure that you join the Discord server. And if you can't find it, or if you want to get in touch with me in other ways, also feel free to email jasonjosephonair@gmail.com. I love you all so much. We'll catch you all on Friday night. That's when we'll be back for our next Phillies game. We'll also have our 5th episode of Sharing the Mic with JJ out. Please make sure that you keep those bells on so that way you know when I go live or when I upload. I also think that we're going to go on tomorrow. We are going to do our Philly series recap pod tomorrow. And then the other thing that we're going to do is we are going to talk about the Sixers and Ezekiel Elliott. I just couldn't do it yesterday. But yes, the new StreamYard is up and running, and that's all good. All right, great. And Jivanuts, thank you for putting that down there. Love you guys. All right, catch you all in the next one. Hope you all have a great night, Lila Tov, and I'll see you. Peace out. I do always have to be reminded. I will say this really quickly. Sometimes when I do this, like tonight, I am always reminded about how much awesome support I have on here. And I truly want to say from the bottom of my heart, thank you all so much for sticking with me and for being on here. through all different types of games and, really taking time out of your day to do that. It's been a big blast on here, and, I don't want to ever lose sight of that because that's what we do on here, guys. We have fun. So, thank you for being a part of this ride. I'll catch you all tomorrow. See ya. Love you guys.